All right. So thank you again for joining us today. Thank you for taking the time to come here and learn a little bit more about your EAPA membership benefits and everything that your association is doing here for you. Let's go ahead and get started. A little bit about us, in case you didn't already know. EAPA is the global leader in employee assistance. We're an old association, over 50 years of experience in supporting professionals in over 30 countries. Our mission is to provide resources, training, and networking opportunities to help you thrive in the EA profession. In case you don't know, our staff is very small but mighty. Julie has already introduced herself as the CEO of our organization. We have another Julie on staff, Julie Rochester. That's our Senior Director of our education programs. Rosemary Byrne, Director of Credentialing. She is the one you're going to want to go to with any of your SEEP related questions. That's the Certified Employee Assistance Professional credential that we offer. Shay Bowersmith, our operations director, and then myself, our membership director. All right, a little bit about our membership benefits. We're going to dive right in here. Members can network globally, access exclusive educational resources. Benefits also include discounts and publications that keep our members informed about everything that's going on in employee assistance and related fields. We offer professional development. Your membership offers pathways to certifications and resources for career advancement and skill development and enhancing professional growth in EAP. First, we'll go over the types of EAPA memberships. Now, most of you I know are already members, so you've already selected your membership category. But just in case you had any questions or think you might want to change your category, we do offer this variety of EAPA memberships, a professional individual membership, and that is intended for most of our members who are practicing EAP in the field. Maybe work internally or externally, but they are direct providers of EA services. We offer something new called an organizational membership. This has come about in the last 2 or 3 years. That's where an organization can actually pay for a membership to cover all of their employees, and we have different tiers and different pricing accordingly. But for example, an organization with 2 to 49 EAPs can have an organizational membership for just $500 a year, and that includes member benefits of full member benefits for all the employees that they want included under that organizational membership. If that's something that sounds of interest to you, or if it's something you already have and maybe you don't know how to get all of your employees set up, or you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you get connected, get all of your employees connected under that organizational membership. Lastly, we do offer some reduced and discounted membership options. We have a senior membership option, knowing that a lot of providers in our field are starting to age and retire or semi-retire from full-time EAP work. So we do offer a senior discounted membership rate. At the other end of the career line, so to say, we offer a student membership and emerging professional discounted memberships for those just starting out in the field. And looking to learn a little bit more about EAP. We offer those discounts as a way of bringing in people with less experience and have them kind of gain that experience from their EAPA membership. All right, one of our largest, well, definitely the largest initiative we have at EAPA is our annual Institute and Expo. So please go ahead and save the dates. We will be in Norfolk, Virginia. It's here in the US, October 8th through 11th, 2026. If any of you had the opportunity to join us this past October in San Francisco, the EAPA Institute is a really great event. Hundreds of EA professionals in one location. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the world that's held on an annual basis like this. So attending the annual EAPA Institute and Expo is one of the best ways to deepen your knowledge, expand your network, and advance your career. This is the annual global flagship event for EA professionals. We offer really great keynote speakers, a number of workshops spread out over 3 days of the conference, and many, many networking opportunities. We also offer in our pre-conference some in-depth workshops with real stars of the field to help you get that real in-depth knowledge. We offer exclusive member pricing for event registration. That means your EAPA membership will save you hundreds of dollars on the EAPA Institute annual registration. It's the global gathering of EA professionals to share industry trends and innovations, and it's the best way to build your team of support. Along with this institute, we offer the expo, dozens of providers, treatment centers, different places you may want to refer to. It's a really great way of broadening your network and gaining all of the information and connections that are going to help you the rest of the year in your EAP practice. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about our certification, the CEAP. Just checking if we had any questions before I move on. Okay, so the CEAP, our Certified Employee Assistant Professional credential. CEAP certification is the gold standard in employee assistance. It enhances your credibility, opens doors for career growth, and validates your experience. There are a variety of different pathways to becoming certified depending on your level of experience, academic background, or training history. And EAPA members receive exclusive discounts on CEAP certification fees. Again, your membership alone is going to save you hundreds of dollars on the CEAP certification process. Let's talk a little bit about the initial CEAP certification. And I see Julie also put the link to our webpage in the chat. If you are thinking about doing the CEAP certification, your first step is to identify your CEAP pathway. I've listed the 3 main pathways here. You're coming in with a master's degree in a clinical or related approved discipline. And you also have 1,000 hours and 6 months of EAP related work experience. Then you fall under pathway 1. And that comes with no prerequisites and no post-requisites. You're only required to apply and provide proof of your degree and your work experience. So a copy of your degree and a letter from a supervisor or your company confirming your work experience. If you're coming in under pathway 2, that means you have the work experience in EAP, but no master's degree. So for that, there are some prerequisites required, about 20 hours of PDHs. Once you fulfill that, then you would begin your application process. Pathway 3, no master's, or sorry, that is a master's degree with no experience. So for that, there are prerequisites and also post-requisites. You do have to complete the EAP work experience before you can become a fully certified CEAP. If you don't have the experience yet, you can go through all of the steps of CEAP certification, but you'll be designated as a CEAP intern until you gain those necessary hours and months working in EAP. So once you've identified your pathway, you can begin to submit your online application and the registration fee. Those fees are due at time of application. Your application will be reviewed, and our Director of Credentialing, Rosemary Byrne, she's the one to contact with any questions about this part of the process. But she will review that application, get back to you if there are any areas of concern or questions. And once she grants approval for you to begin onward with the SEEP process, you'll be given the instructions to go and purchase and then complete the self-paced SEEP learning modules. It's a series of 5 modules on different various parts of EAP, experience and knowledge. And as you will go through at your own pace, complete those modules. Once you've completed all 5, and each of the 5 have a little quiz, question and answer at the end. Once you successfully complete all of those, you are designated as a CEAP. Used to be, there would be a big scary test. You'd have to go to a testing center and take a, 200, 300 question exam. We've changed it, we think, for the better. Now it's the online self-paced SEEP modules. Before I move on, are there any questions about the SEEP certification process that I can answer at this time? I'll also step you through where exactly to go on our website a little bit later. And again, Rosemary Byrne, my colleague in credentialing, will be the one to ask any questions of. Yes, Julie.
I'll add that once you become the initial registration and are approved, you will get a study guide as well as be able to register for our mentoring course, which is, I believe, once every other month. We have experts in a whole bunch of EAP areas that you can go and hear their presentation and ask questions. So it's a really great place to connect and to get any of your questions answered. The other thing I might also say about the SEEP is that once you pull the trigger, once you register for the modules, then you have 3 months to finish those 5 modules. You can't wait, buy them and then do them next year. So I caution people not to do that until they're ready to really roll. So you can register and get access to all the study information. The other thing we also offer is fundamentals course. So if you're relatively new to the EAP field, we offer a fundamentals course twice a year. And that is taught by our certification commission members. And it's a great way to get some basics underneath you if you don't have those. Also, there's a section about labor union EAP. If you don't work in a labor union, it's a great way to get that information. So look around on our website for that information.
Thank you. Additional member resources that EAPA offers, and some of these you may be familiar with already, and some might be new to you, so feel free to check them out. Our EAP News Brief is a weekly offering that comes straight to member emails. It's a roundup of articles with a lot of information about EAP, social work related fields, the best and brightest information that we can find on the web each week. Again, that comes automatically to your email. If you aren't getting it for some reason, please reach out to me. You can also access it from our website, the main page of our website, and I can point that out a little bit later as well. We offer a career center. This is online on our website, and this is a great place if you're employers looking to offer a job. We encourage them to post on the Career Center. If you're looking for a job in employee assistance, the listings will be there. It's a great way to get connected with a lot of different companies doing EAP work, especially if you're coming in without a lot of experience. feel free to check out the Career Center, see what kind of offerings there are out there. And yes, you can also post a resume. Our affinity programs, these are discounts on professional items for EAPA members. One I'd like to highlight, TRMS, Trust Risk Management Services. They've been offering professional insurance at discounted rates to EAPA members for many years now. There's links directly from our website to check them out if you have any questions. And our Journal of Employee Assistance, this comes out 3 times a year now. It's an excellent resource. These are wonderful articles, more specific to EAP, curated by our editorial staff, and it is available only to EAPA members. It is online. You're sent the link through an email to access that, and you must be logged in to be able to see that online, to see our journal. And a new edition, I believe, just dropped here at the beginning of December. It should be really, really excellent to check that out. Other member resources. Our EAPA publications and documents are all available on the website. These are really important for new members to check out. Make sure you're familiar with them. We have a standards and professional guidelines. We have information about EAP core technology. We also have the EAPA Code of Ethics and the SEEP Code of Conduct. The EAPA Legal Program, Julie already mentioned, that is one of our new initiatives this year. Very excited to offer that to our members. And also a partnership with Stress Stop. You'll see in our weekly newsletter, we include a little Stress Stop weekly tip at the end of those newsletters. You'll receive every Friday, I believe, every Friday afternoon. And it's a great little way of checking in, a little bit of snippet of information on mindfulness or other ways to help relieve stress. I know it's especially helpful this time of year with the holidays. They've had some really great weekly stress tips there. Okay, a little bit about building your EAPA network. And I did notice there was a question in the chat about local chapters. So I hope I can help answer those questions now. And if you still have questions, feel free to ask them as we go along. Local chapters, EAPA has a number of local chapters and branches, that should say. Branches are outside of the United States. Chapters are inside of the United States. Most are state specific. Some are more regional in focus. For instance, we have a Rocky Mountain chapter that encompasses Colorado, but also neighboring states. We have the newly formed New England chapter, which saw the merger of a Connecticut chapter, a Massachusetts chapter, and again, all states in that region. Those are some very active local chapters. When you become a member, you are required to join a local chapter. I will walk you through on the website where to go to find out which chapters are active. And there is a separate small membership fee that you pay for joining the local chapter. Albany, or I'll have to look into that for you. Local chapters, most offer monthly or close to monthly meetings, and those, a lot have gone hybrid since the COVID pandemic. A lot offer it completely virtually now, but a lot still do offer in person. They're a great way to get to know local EAPs, fellow colleagues in your area, as well as the employers, as well as EAP companies that are out there in your area. A great amount of networking. Most chapters offer a meeting that includes some type of presentation that has been approved for PDH credit towards your certification or recertification. Some offer social work hours as well. Yes, and you can also be a member of multiple chapters. You can also join a chapter not specific to a region. We have a labor chapter that is very active. We also offer a virtual chapter option for those of you who maybe don't have a functioning local chapter close to you at this time. The virtual chapter meets about once a month as well. It's only online in this WebEx format, but we do provide a presentation for credit and also the opportunity to network and meet other members. Um, Local chapters, I know a lot of local chapters are looking for new members. I know they're looking for really engaged new members to maybe take on leadership roles. So it is absolutely worth reaching out to your local chapter, see if they are meeting regularly, and if it's something you want to get involved in possibly leading. If you have any questions about reaching out to your local chapter, I will show on the website where to go, but also feel free to reach out to me and I can put you in direct contact with our chapter officers. Okay, I did mention the virtual ZZ chapter is another option if you want more online meetings like this for credit. We do offer that option as well. Some real interesting topics each month. Our EAPA Annual Institute and Expo, I already talked a little bit about, but really the networking opportunities of being there in person with hundreds of EA professionals, it just can't be beat. It's a really, really great opportunity. If you can try to take advantage of it, especially as a newer member, go in there and make a lot of great connections. Uh, that would be, it would be really great. Another virtual option we have Wednesday wellness discussions. This is something that cropped up in 2020 as part of the pandemic. We started a weekly meeting for EAPA members, and it has just continued to grow in the time since. We still hold it every Wednesday. The link is sent out in an email to all current EAPA members the day before, so you'll always have that link in your inbox. Please feel free to join in on the discussion. It's every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. It's a great lunch break for a lot of those on the East Coast. And yeah, the topics continue to amaze how many topics and great presenters are being brought on week to week. Our EAPA board directors are sometimes on those, other professionals. It's a really great opportunity. They'll share, interesting information that's been happening in the news or current events. It's a really great opportunity to meet other EAPs, continue that networking, and also support each other. A little bit more about our educational programs. These are free or discounted for EAPA members. And Julie already walked you through the part of the website to go to register and find out more information. But just to recap, we are offering free Friday webinars for EAPA members, January through March of 2026, every Friday. A different, really interesting topic being discussed, and a free PDH credit hour. So registration is now open. You do have to register to attend these sessions, but they are really great. We have hundreds of EAPA members who attend these every week that they're offered. So they're offered again January through March of next year, and then take a little break, and they'll be back in the fall as well. In-depth courses. We have so many great topics listed from running from January through June of 2026. We will take another look at that on the website, but really, if you can think of a topic in EAP, we are probably offering a course on it in the next 6 months. Really great opportunities there. And then once again, our EAPA Institute and Expo attending, and our pre-conference courses will be announced soon, probably springtime, and we will be offering a large selection of courses as those pre-cons as well this coming year. So plan to attend Norfolk, Virginia in October. I think that wraps up this portion. Yes, our Institute and Expo call for proposals will be out shortly. Look for that in January, February timeframe. If you would like to present, or if you know someone who would be a great presenter, please feel free to refer them over to us. So thank you once again for your time. Again, if you have any questions, please do reach out to me directly in the membership department. I can help connect you with any resources or anyone else on staff that you need. I will pause for just a minute, see if there are any other questions, and then I can step us through the EAPA website a bit.
Debbie, I might add that, EAPA is what you get out of it is what you put into it. So coming to Free Fridays, coming to Wednesdays. I joke that Wednesdays are not only a great place, it actually started in the pandemic because no one knew how to handle COVID, but it's evolved past that. And my joke is that it's group therapy for EAPs. We try very, very hard to have a different facilitator every week that really tries to talk about current issues. And if you want to zig and the group wants to go zig with you, they'll zig, or even if the presenter wants to zag. It's really fascinating. It's a great place to make friends and get questions answered or offer concepts or ideas out into the group. We have a great career center. If you are looking, and I might add in the Career Center, your resume, when you put it up there, is blinded, so your name and contact info isn't there, so they can't spam you. Also, your boss won't know if you're looking. But it is a great place to put your information there. Debbie is putting up the EAPA Career Center. So that is a wonderful resource. You can put in your title, or what title of the job you're looking for, and you can list your resume blinded, or if you're an employer, it's a great place to find outstanding employees. So we do for a small fee. We also do what's called e-blasting. They will send it out saying, that we're really looking for this job, for candidates for this job, or those kinds of things. So it's a great resource. Other things I might mention. Where our Free Fridays are excellent. We offer a variety of selections from across the community. As I said in chat, you need to register, and you will get, anytime you get an education program from EAPA, you get the link the night before. It's on your your receipt, but I can't say how many people contact us and say, I didn't get the link. Okay, because once we send out the links, we have to close registration. So we don't close registration until the night before. So that's the story there. Debbie is the leader of the ZZ chapter, or also known as the virtual chapter. If you're an affiliate member, so you came in through your company bought a membership, you will automatically be enrolled into the affiliate, the ZZ chapter. And we'll get information from Debbie on that. But anyone else can join for a small fee. You can check out online. Debbie, if you want to show everyone where the membership, if you had the membership drop down, has all the members, all the different chapters are available for your viewing. I put the Georgia one in chat because someone was asking about Atlanta, but there's chapters across the country there. So you can find anyone. If you want to start a chapter, there isn't one there already, please let us know. And we are in branches around the globe. We are huge in Japan. We are big in South Africa. We have partnerships in the UK and the Asia Pacific. We are starting in new chapters. We just started last year, a Korean chapter. We started a chapter in, we are getting Ghana, Botswana, and Nigeria off the ground right now. So Africa is becoming a new hotspot of EAP work. So there's lots of different things happening at EAPA. So I go on for hours of how many things that are going on. And then of course we're getting ready for the fall conference. Always takes a lot of work. But if you go to
Mhm.
that website, um, Debbie, if you want to go onto the,
Yeah, it's
you can
under
just click on the
education and
ship, or you can go to
training.
the link. Um,
Mhm.
those are the dates for the Norfolk conference. Lots of interesting events going to be happening. Stay tuned. We'll be announcing them further, but lots of really, really cool things gonna be happening. And we'll have a call for proposal out probably right around the holiday. We're trying to create a form. Right now, that's our holdup is we have all the information. We just need to create a form so you can fill out the form. But there'll be some limited scholarships available. There will be, speaking of scholarships, we just passed Giving Tuesday, and even to the end of the year, we're taking donations, especially to support scholarships for our conference. So if you want to consider that, we're a tax deductible 501(c)(3). We also have awards. So if you want to check on the awards, we'll update that award block shortly. But we have awards for Outstanding Chapter, for Member of the Year, for Lifetime Achievement, for Most Innovative Technology. So we have lots of things going on at the conference, and we guarantee you will leave the conference with several new best friends that you can connect with throughout the year. And it's how it grows. So it's lots of things. We also offer, Debbie mentioned the TRMS insurance, so I know there's going to be a free Friday on that. If you, especially if you hang out your own shingle, you're an independent person, not part of a company where you're not covered by work comp and liability insurance. You want to make sure you have your own your own liability insurance in case you ever get sued. So more information will be on that. Recommended highly that you come to the TRMS session of Free Fridays. They can answer your questions too if you have any insurance questions at all. We have that expertise. What I missed, Debbie? Um, Lots of
Excellent. If you want,
education.
yeah, maybe I'll pull up our live education online training. Again, these webinars and education in-depth courses. Here is where you can register for the free Friday webinars. And then our in-depth courses. We have resilience coming up in January, so you may want to look at registering for that soon before the holidays come up. Eating disorders, elevating ethical awareness. This is offered several times a year by our employee assistance certification commissioners. What else?
That is mandated if you are a SEEP once every 3 years to go
That's
through
right.
our ethics course.
Mhm. Our substance abuse program training or DOT SAP training. That is excellent. That is if you want to become SAP qualified. It is a qualification program. You step through it's a 4-day, pretty intensive online training course. And then there's a test afterward, and that gets you DOT SAP qualification.
Let me also add that if you're a SEEP, you have to actually qualify to get into that course. So you can't just show up.
That's
You
right.
have to either be a SEEP, or if you look on the page, there's several criteria that you have to be. And we don't set these rules. We are one of 10 organizations certified to teach this through the Department of Transportation. And that's what DOT stands for. If we don't know the lingo. Um, these are the folks that help primarily truck drivers get back on the road if they test positive for any drug or alcohol. Actually, I just saw in the news this morning, Debbie,
Mm.
there was a pilot who had done mushrooms and had some kind of freak out in the air.
Oh no.
Needless to say, I
Oh
think
no.
he is going to need a long sap if he ever is going to return. If that's a big if. Um,
Right.
yeah, but pilots fall under that, boat captains, train conductors,
Train
and
conductors, yeah.
we mostly deal with truck
Including Metro.
drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, including metro subways and stuff. all under
Yeah,
the Department of Transportation. So, what most of you probably know, but I learned is that an ounce of alcohol goes away every ounce every hour in your system, but marijuana sticks around for a month. So these folks can get tested. They can have had a joint 29 days ago and still come up positive. So they lose their job and have to go through a SAP to return. And the SAP makes the assessment and does the referrals of whether they can return or whether they need more additional testing, counseling, heavy duty treatment, all those kinds of things. But it's a serious thing because we don't want truck drivers driving along stoned uh, or drunk and behind the wheel and killing people. So that's why it's such a serious thing. So if you
absolutely.
see the SAP, that's what that is about.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I
Yep.
just pause here on the list of credentials that are acceptable, prerequisites for doing the SAP course. Licensed or certified employee assistance professional, that's our SEAP program, but also a licensed physician, licensed or certified social worker. That means LPC does not qualify. Licensed or certified psychologist, state licensed or certified marriage and family therapist, or an alcohol and drug abuse counselor as certified by one.
So there's some it's a great extra line of income if you have the time. If you have the time, you can work. And this is last I heard there were 90,000 truck drivers sidelined over this issue. If you remember, there was an issue for a while that there were so many sidelined. The goods were backing up at the ports because there wasn't enough truck drivers to get there. So think about becoming a SAP down the road if you're not if you're a SEEP or qualified in a different way. Are there any other questions? I wish Jim Porter had been able to be here to show you more about Stress Stop. Stress Stop website has wonderful tools for EAPs to participate in. You can get your own account. Look for things with Jim in it. He offers the Stress Stop um, uh, website for us at no charge. And there's lots of resources there as a member that from videos to classes, mindful meditation, um, a whole variety of things. I'm trying to find if I can find the Stress Stop link um, because it is here, my Stress Stop. Let me put this in
You
the
want to
chat. And you can go in and as an EAPA member, you can get a free membership. Let me share this link for them, Jody. Uh,
Mhm.
this is the My Stressed Up tool. And most people, I say 30-day trial, have to pay for it. But all you have to do is reach out and let them know you're an EAPA member, and they will waive that fee and give you all the resources that you have on tools. And it's really quite a great benefit. And Jim has been and Stressed Out has been a great partner with us, so we highly recommend that. Also, one other thing, if you are an accomplished speaker on a topic, we have a speakers bureau only for our chapter leaders to be able to reach out to and book for their chapter presentation. So if you think that you might be a good chapter speaker, please let us know, Debbie or Rosemary, and we will get you hooked up into our speakers bureau. Most of our speakers are free to low cost. They do it online, but it's a great resource for our chapters. Any questions?
I did just want to go ahead while I'm here. I can step through a couple more pages on our EAPA website to help direct you to where things are. Let's hit the certification SEAP tab over here. For a lot of you who may be interested in initial SEAP certification, I did kind of the overview with you already, but you'll want this page here, SEAP initial certification. It has everything you need to get started. It is a lot of text though, so you will want to read through it carefully. It has your steps on how to apply, pay the registration fee, and get those reviewed so that you have approval to move on to take our SEEP modules. Here is a breakdown of the schedule of fees. So it's all right there, and you see the great savings you have at the EAPA member rate. Registration fee is the first fee you'll pay at the time of your application and registration. Then when you are granted eligibility to move on to the SEEP modules, you can purchase those modules individually or as a bundle to complete them all at once. And like I said, once you finish those modules, then you are SEEP certified for 3 years. Pathways are here to initial SEEP certification. Pathway 1, Masters with Experience. Again, no prerequisites, no post-requisites. Pathway 2, no Masters with Experience. Pathway 3, Masters with no experience. They each have a different application form. You're going to want to click here on the name of the pathway. And that's how you can get started. You'll click on that and it'll take you to the page to fill out your application, upload any of your documents to prove that you already meet your prerequisites, and then submit your registration fee, submit your application. Okay. Little bit of information about our EACC, our mentorship program. That's all under here, under certification. Going back over here to About EAPA, under About Us, these are the links for things like our standards and professional guidelines, the definitions of an EAP and core technology. Everything you ever wanted to know about ethics is here on our ethics page. We have the link to the EAPA Code of Ethics, the SEEP Code of Conduct. We also have a place here. We have an ethics panel that can review if there are any ethical complaints or questions that you would like to send them. It's a team of EAPA members who would look together at take it very seriously, any complaints or questions that come to them. They have an email address here if you want to reach them. FAQs, our frequently asked questions page. This is, a constant work in progress, but we have information here about EAP and about EAPA. Questions here about EAPA membership and EAPA chapters and branches. So feel free to check those out if you have any similar questions. EAPA policies are here regarding refunds, COVID-19 for in-person events, in-person code of conduct.
Debbie, why don't you show the latest journal?
Yes. Under resources, so here's our link for the EAPA legal program, resource library, and our publications, our Journal of Employee Assistance. Hoping it will come up. Here we go. That's the August issue.
I guess we haven't gotten the December one up yet.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll have to. Oh, that might be it. There we go.
Yep, there's the December
Current
one.
issue, December 2025. EAPs accumulating research and expanding globally. 45 pages long. Lots of content here. Here's the table of contents. All the main articles. So really great. We have, we always have articles from outside the United States. There's some information, more information about our annual institute and expo in San Francisco if you want to check out what you missed or look for your picture if you were there. Yeah. Okay. So that is where you would find the journal and the archive to all of our previous issues. Resources. If you're interested in volunteering with EAPA, we talked about the launch of the ambassador program this year. So some information about our various committees are here. And here's that link to Career Center. And I'll just take us back to the staff page about EAPA. If you need to reach us, all of our contact information is here on this page. Okay. So let's see, are there any other questions or concerns from anyone? Yes. And has a hand?
Hello, please can you hear me?
Hello. Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so my name is Richmond. I'm from Ghana, and I'm happy to be a member of EAPA, and I'm also
Thank you.
happy with the presentation from yourself and as well the CEO. I appreciate the information on the website that you have shared with us. I just wanted to find out, is there a resource where you access certain tools, especially for assessment and all that? Is there a place where we can access some tools we can use for screening and all kinds of assessment? Is that resource available?
Actually, if you go to the Debbie,
Mm-hmm. Are you muted, Julie? Oh,
okay, if you go down to
sorry.
research and down into the workplace outcome suite, resources, research. Oh, it's down below.
Hmm.
It's not on the about us, it's on the
Right.
resources page.
Resource library,
There.
EAP research.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you go down there, there's a great tool called the Workplace Outcome Suite. Well, that was a survey. Keep going. We have a research committee that
There we go.
produces research,
Our
and the
annual
Workplace Outcome
reports.
Suite was produced, and you can read that at your leisure. But it is a tool that you can use to assess things. It also gave you information on why a good EAP. We advocate that you're not a benefit, and HR tends to like to put you in that box, but rather a corporate strategy. Because if you look at the research on the WAS, it says for every dollar spent on a good EAP, the company will receive $5 back in lack of sick time, lack of turnover, and the fact that employees are paying better attention, we call presentism, to their jobs. So it's really interesting reading, and there's some tools there. We've also had on Free Fridays and different courses more information for those, for tools for that. But the WAS is the first thing I point to whenever people want to know more information about value and assessment. If you need more information, that just let us know, and we will connect you with our research committee, and they can point to several tools that you can use.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, our research page is really
Thank you.
interesting, and we just received some funding for some interesting employee assistance research internal EAPs. So that's going to be coming up. And we implore you that if you get a request to fill out a survey or questionnaire, please do so that you can help our committee. Any other questions? I had mentioned in chat, our journal is run entirely, with the exception of the graphic layout, is run entirely through volunteers. If you've ever thought of writing something, or if you're interested in becoming an editor, we're always looking for more help. So please let us know. We'd love to have your help on that. Also coming up will be the call for proposals. If you want to ever present at our conference, it's a great way to present a workshop. So good on the resume to impress your boss, and good for the community. Any other questions? All right, well, we invite you to check
Okay.
out News Brief that comes to your mail. You should have gotten your copy this morning. We have one
Mhm.
every Tuesday. Is that a question from Richmond?
No, I don't have a question for now.
Okay, you're
Okay.
still up on this, you're up on the screen. Okay, well, Debbie, is there anything else? We can close this out?
No, I think we can probably close this out. I'll just thank everyone so much for joining.